This is a story about a man named Chiemena. Chiemena is battling with a promise and fail syndrome in his life. Though a graduate with a degree in petrochemical engineering and a former supervisor at the National Petroleum Commission, he is poor, jobless, and alone. His life took a complete nosedive when he lost his job at the National Petroleum Commission almost a decade ago. Everything went from bad to worse for Chiemena ever since. And after years of failing to get back on his feet, his wife, Adaeze, who he had been married to for only 4 years, abandoned him and moved away to another city, taking the 3-year-old daughter, Chimamanda, with her. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Chiemena found out she had gotten married to one of their former neighbors, Ejike. And on further investigation, Chiemena found out that Adaeze, his ex-wife, and Ejike were secretly having an affair even when he and Adaeze were still together as husband and wife. And Chiemena also learned that while he was still working at the National Petroleum Commission, Adaeze and Ejike were having intercourse in his house and on his matrimonial bed while he was away at the office. He further learned that Adaeze, his ex-wife, was using the money he was giving her for the upkeep of their home to take care of her lover, Ejike, which finally explained why she was always complaining and nagging him for more money, no matter how much he gave her. And to add salt to injury, he also learned that the new Toyota Avalon Ejike, his ex-wife's lover, was driving back then, was actually bought by his wife Adaeze with the money she was making from the supermarket business he, Chiemena, had opened for her, which now explains why the business collapsed just after a year, no matter how much Chiemena reinvested in the business for Adaeze. This new discovery of infidelity and betrayal sent Chiemena into a fiery rage that he swore he would find Adaeze wherever she was and take back his daughter Chimamanda, even if it meant formally filing an infidelity and child adoption lawsuit against Adaeze and her lover Ejike. Chiemena weighed all his options and checked all the possible scenarios and their outcomes and decided that at this point he had nothing left to lose. So the only play he had left was making Adaeze pay for all the years of hurt and betrayal. So Chiemena called his friend Nnamani and narrated everything to him, right from the very beginning to the very moment of her disappearance. Nnamani was devastated by the story and couldn't believe Adaeze was so cold-blooded to commit all these acts of uncurbed wickedness against her loving and devoted husband, Chiemena. Nnamani offered to support Chiemena in whatever decision he takes on this matter, and together, Chiemena and Nnamani both started a formal and relentless headhunt for Adaeze and her depraved lover, Ejike, sparing no cost. After 2 years of carefully tracking Adaeze's whereabouts, Chiemena and Nnamani finally found out where Adaeze and her lover Ejike were living and decided they would go there and take back Chimamanda, whatever it costs. So one early morning, Chiemena set out on a 2-hour journey for the new location of Adaeze, his ex-wife, and her lover Ejike, mentally prepared to fight and take back his daughter Chimamanda, whom he loved very much and missed so dearly. Inside the bus, Chiemena sat quietly, blocking out every distraction, well focused on his mission. He wondered what he would do when he laid eyes on Adaeze and prayed for the best but prepared for the worst. The very, very worst. Chiemena arrived in front of a very old house and was confused. He didn't understand what was going on because the Adaeze he knew would never have agreed to live in a house like this with him. Chiemena stood there staring at the empty, quiet compound. As he turns to leave, a little girl came out from inside the house to play in the compound. Chiemena stops right on his track and looks at the little girl. The little girl looks up and sees Chiemena staring at her and froze. Her face covered in fear and confusion, and she couldn't decide on her next action. Chiemena observes the little girl closely and started to believe that she looks just like Chimamanda, his daughter, and that he was actually at the right address. Chimamanda, Chiemena gently calls out to her. She seemed rattled by his call and appeared more confused. Ejike, Adaeze's lover, comes out of the house, oblivious of Chiemena looking at him. Suddenly, Ejike looks up and sees Chiemena standing outside the fence, looking angrily at him. "You! I knew you will come looking for her one day," yelled Ejike. "I knew it, but I am prepared for you. I am well prepared for this. Today, we settle this matter once and for all," yelled Ejike as he turned and marched back into the house. Chiemena, already overcome by rage, drops his little brown bag on the ground and moves slowly into the compound, prepared for whatever attack Ejike was coming out with. Little Chimamanda is still frozen stiff, her eyes fixed on Chiemena and every little move he makes. Suddenly, a woman came dashing out of the house and ran straight for Chimamanda. She grabbed the little girl, weak and helplessly. Chiemena looked at the woman's face. It was Adaeze. Adaeze looked very pale and malnutritioned. Chiemena was confused and didn't know what to make of this new version of Adaeze that he was looking at. He had imagined seeing Adaeze in so many different conditions, but this was most definitely not part of what he imagined. The woman he was now looking at was a fading shadow of the woman he once loved. That woman was gone, replaced by whatever Chiemena was now looking at. Everything Chiemena had planned to say to Adaeze all vanished. All the insults, abuse, and curse he had spent years preparing for whenever he came face to face with Adaeze didn't matter anymore. Chiemena wonders what kind of hell Ejike could have put Adaeze and Chimamanda through to make Adaeze this docile and timid. Suddenly, Chiemena's rage gradually returns, and he stands firm, prepared his mind to kill Ejike in cold blood if Ejike so much as says or does anything out of place. Just then, Ejike comes running out of the old house, holding a bunch of papers in his hand. "Here they are. These are the test results," said Ejike. "Here they are. Look, they are all here." "What in the name of hell is all this?" asked Chiemena. "What on earth are you rambling about, you imbecile?" asked Chiemena. "The DNA test results. Here they are. She is mine. Chimamanda is my blood, my daughter," announced Ejike. "You bastard. What the hell are you talking about?" Chiemena threatened. She is my blood," repeats Ejike. "Chimamanda is my biological daughter," said Ejike. "These are the test results, straight from the Ministry of Health and Family Planning." Chiemena didn't know what to make of Ejike's imbecilic lunacy, but takes the papers from Ejike's hand and goes through them. Slowly, Chimena's eyes widened in shock and disbelief at what he was seeing on the papers.